guys, today I wanted to talk to you about automatic writing and give you a suggestion by Edgar Cayce to adjust this process and help you get quicker and better results. So a lot of people want to know how to channel, and in my experience this is a really good way to get that process going for yourself. And a lot of people will talk about automatic writing, and that's a process where you sit down at a page, maybe you ground yourself or say a quick prayer, and you just start free writing. And this is a great book. It's called Awakening Your Psychic Powers by Edgar Cayce, who is amazing. He's considered the sleeping prophet, and he's America's first medical intuitive, and he would see people and turn their lives around. He was able to sense into their auras and give them incredibly detailed readings about how to better their health and their lives in general. And he, like me, believes that we are all divine channels, that we all have this ability, and that's because our soul selves are eternal, and our soul selves, our higher selves, whatever you want to call that, is naturally connected to the divine, is naturally connected to source or God, whatever you choose to call that power. So that makes each of us innately and hardwired to have extrasensory abilities. We are all this way. Some of us may naturally lean toward this more so than others, but we all have this ability, and channeling is so incredible. I had my breakthrough with channeling actually kind of years into the process. It was one of the later things to develop. I developed a little bit backwards. I came in with my clairvoyance blazing, which is a very topsy-turvy way for that to happen, but that was definitely the path I chose. That was since childhood. But I just learned this new technique and had such a breakthrough with it. This is just in the last year. So you take that process of automatic writing, and by Edgar Cayce's suggestion, you give it intention and you set a very specific filter, and the results are so different. And if you are somebody like so many of the women I talk to who want to expand their intuition and who want to garner deeper wisdom from within themselves or from the realm of spirit, this is it. This is such a great way to try. So what you would do is you would sit down, and I always like to do a quick grounding. You can do that however you like to do. And I like to connect to my guides, to my higher self, to God. I call God. I like to do all those connections. And then I state the intention. What is it? What is it I want to know about? What is it I'm trying to explore? What is it that I think I'd like to tap to gain some kind of an intuition or a guidance? And I will sit down with this process for anything. I might be writing at my table in the kitchen, and a groundhog could come up to my back door. This truly just happened the other day. And would walk right up to the door. He walked right up to the door, and he got up on his two hind legs with his two top legs up on the glass door and just looked in at me. It was that plain, and I was like, all right, cool. We're gonna do something here. And right away I got quiet and I did this writing. If that feels like too much of a stretch, because you can do this with anything. I had one of my most amazing channelings a couple months ago when I channeled one of my most lingering Lyme symptoms, which is fatigue. I was like, what is going on here? I have come so far. Is there something you want to share with me, fatigue? I actually sat down, I did a meditation, and I set this intention and connected to my symptom of fatigue and did inspired writing with that. But here's a great way to start if this is something that's new to you, or you're unsure and you want to start bolstering your self-confidence. And honestly, this is also the most important connection any of us can make. So try this. Try sitting down with the intention of connecting to your higher self or your inner self or your oversoul, however you want to frame that, whatever your beliefs look like, but use this to directly tap into your own intuition, your own inner guidance system that defies time and space, that has always been and always will be. Tap into that, because that will be a fountainhead for everything else you will ever do. So try that first. And you set the intention, I would like to connect with my higher self. So that right away, like when I sat down and I would try to do this automatic writing without this, when I would try to do it as automatic writing and not inspired writing, I would sit there, my mind would be racing. I'd be like, what do I want to know? I don't know. I want to know everything. I've got 1,000 questions. It's too much. And so I would try to start writing and I'd be all over the place, and it wouldn't be that helpful at the end of the day. It would be a lot of random thoughts jumbled together that weren't bringing me and my growth forward. So first, state that for your intention. Who is it you want to connect to? Your higher self. And to me, this makes it easier, so try this. Also have an intention of, well, what is it that you want to inquire about today? What's on your mind? What is a question you've been carrying around and you would love to get some wisdom on? Anything like that. So I would suggest stating that intention. I would like to connect with my higher self, and I would like guidance and wisdom on fill in the blank. The more defined you make your intention, in my experience, the more defined and to the point your guidance will be, which is so satisfying. And it also really blossoms your hope. It really gives you that sense of empowerment. Like, it is not just me in this meatball suit. It is actually me, Susan Dyer, here, but I am the reverse tip of an iceberg. And most of this iceberg is in the realm of the spirit and is naturally wise, far beyond my years, far beyond just even this lifetime. So give this a try. Try to make sure you're relaxed too, because the more you are worried about the results, just kind of like with anything, it could seem a little bit more difficult to get this going. But just let yourself go and know that this is inspired writing and you are requesting a really pertinent and personally valuable answer. It's going to move you forward in whatever it is you're trying to do or manifest. I hope this helps, and talk to you soon.